real business owners.
Going through football, going from college, facing rejection amongst coaches, not starting, that prepared me to face rejection. Going to the NFL afterwards, going undrafted, that's a huge knock on
your ego,
big time. Because you're like, wait a minute, no one wants me. Wait a minute, what's going on? I used to be the guy.
Yeah.
Now no one wants me.
Yeah.
And you get that in your head. And I got cut 4 different times. Within the span of a month, my mom passed away. I was cut for the 3rd time. It was by the Minnesota Vikings. I started the business that I own now, Anthem Pest Control, and I got married. And that all happened within the span of a couple weeks.
Right. That's a lot of ups and downs, right?
A lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I've been through some stuff.
Yeah.
Enough to where I've almost taken the mindset of just get out there and get rejected. Who cares?
You're very comfortable staying uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's just what it comes down to.
I have to find that myself sometimes, because I'm like, you have to remind yourself sometimes, like, what the hell do I care, man? Just get up and speak, or whatever it is that you're doing.
Anyways, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So luckily, in the business that I'm in, we're in door-to-door sales. That's what I teach to 150 plus sales reps right now. Mm-hmm. So I've got to be a guy who loves rejection, where you celebrate rejection just as much as you celebrate the yeses and the wins.
I love that.
It's getting to the no's to get to the yes.
Exactly. That somebody messaged us not that long ago, and he's new to sales. He's like, well, how do you deal with like all the no's? And I'm like, you're just looking at it wrong. Like that means you're just one no away from getting the yes, right? Or you got the no out of the way, so you're one deal closer to closing one. It's just a numbers game. That's just a fact. If you knew that 100 doors, you're going to get 2 sales, 3 sales, 5 sales. Start running the math. How many doors can I knock in X amount of time, and just run the equation. Yep. The equation is going to work out every single time. Why are you hanging your hat on a no? The no don't pay your bills. Just move on with the same enthusiasm, the same energy. If you have a goal of making 6 figures or 200 or 300 or whatever your goal is, why would you let one no deter you from that? Because that if it was a yes, that one yes isn't going to get you to 200 grand, right? You're going to have to get your other yeses on other doors. But it's an uphill battle, dude. There's a reason why people make 100, 200, 300 grand in sales, because people can't get punched in the mouth over and over and over and continue to move forward with a positive mindset. And they struggle with that.
As you develop and you do get good at not caring about the rejection, you get more yeses. It's just amazing how that happens. And I actually saw that in your profile. I was like, dude, this guy got out and crushed 1,000 sales on the doors. I saw that you did that, right? And you did that personally, right? That wasn't your team. That was you. You crushed 1,000 sales. And so that's just like, if you're in the door-to-door world, that's an incredible summer, know? And what else I think is very cool about that is, dude, you lead by example, So you get out there and you crush the doors with your guys. And a lot of people don't do that. They start a door-to-door company, they tell all their guys what to do, and you get out there and crush doors with them. And I think that's amazing.
I think what's powerful about that is you're actually taking all excuses away from them.
Yeah.
Because you're like, look, remember back in the day when I would go into that other sales room and somebody was like, the leads or nobody's picking up. And I said, scoot over. Mm-hmm. I said, show me people that aren't picking up. Or show me people that have told you no, because I'm not going to call your fresh leads because that's way too easy. And I'll scoot them over and I'll just start making a few dials. Within 2 or 3 dials, somebody picks up, I'll make a sell and just drop the headset. And just prove the point, just to rip the excuses out of their hands, right? Out of their minds. Because when something's not going your way, you just want to default and reflect like, oh, it's because of this or it's because of that. Nobody ever looks that, oh, it's my mindset is just shitty. But when you start getting into the self-improvement space, that's all you do is look inside. Yep. You stop looking external. The average person looks external and places blame on why they are where they are. And the winners look internal and say, okay, well, that's shitty. What can I do to prevent that next time? Or how can I get better from it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And without ownership, you don't learn the lesson. Yeah. Right? You can't learn anything by me blaming you for something, because then I'm just saying, well, it's his fault. There's nothing I can do about it. And if you have that type of a mindset, then you'll live the exact same life on repeat for the next 20 years, 30 years, 40 years.
It takes practice though, because just by taking the mindset of, don't care about rejection, you can preach that all day and someone could digest that and say, all right, I'm going to try hard today, I'm going to try hard to not care, I'm going to try hard to not care. At the end of the day, they'll still care.
Yeah.
So it takes actual training, though. Like going through, being 25 years old and having my mom pass away in my arms as I'm playing NFL football, as I'm trying to get married and start a family, as I'm just barely starting my first business. If you go through actual hard times, that's painful.
Yeah.
And so the pain of other things, rejection, it becomes less painful because you put in perspective what real pain is. Those things, however, knocked on my door. I didn't choose to get cut. I didn't choose for my mom to pass away.
Yeah.
So those things knocked on my door. So my whole life is, and I'm wearing it all over for good reason, to redefine hard is I'm going to start knocking on hard's door. I'm going to start knocking on pain's door because when my threshold can be so much higher than that next person, that rejection of getting rejected 100 times a day in sales, it just doesn't sting me as bad.
Yeah.
And so if I'm getting less pain from that, I'm going to have higher
You know
levels
what real
of happiness.
difficult is?
Yep.
In their eyes, like a lot of sales reps that are young and new to the game, they haven't really had difficult life experiences yet. So to them, getting no's and rejection, that's difficult to them because they're just new in the game. By the time they're 30 or 35 or 40, a no means absolutely nothing to them.
They look back and wish they would have had the mindset
exactly,
they had now,
exactly. Then. All we can do is say some of the right things, but in a lot of cases, people got to learn from just life experiences.
You put it in serious practice.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
Serious practice. Like going to the gym once a day and doing a half-effort workout, like that's a great thing for your physical body. But if that's all you want, though, is just to improve a tad, then keep doing exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you want to improve a ton, you got to absolutely test your limits all the time. Because if I'm used to testing my limits in football, as I did, I have 10 screws out my body. I made it at the highest level of football. Like I tested my limits and I tested my body. So the second football stopped, my mindset was, what's the next test?
Yeah.
What's next? Entrepreneurship.